Good morning. It's glorious Thursday, June 5th. Sack hour, 3-minute morning market update. Start the day here. First up, ECB cuts rates again. 25 basis points as they need to continue to support now their fiscal spending as they try to catch up with the USA from a fiscal standpoint of stimulating their economy. Going to come through the backdrop of building things that kill people. Defense spending, okay? They're gonna jump their deficit spending as a percentage of GDP to 3.5% to 5%. They've been spending less than 1%. So that's the idea out of the ECB in Europe. Despite that, despite the devaluing, you would think from the currency standpoint, we actually have the euro and the yen continue to stay stronger against the US dollar. That's what we're seeing out there in currency lands onto the US dollar. It pulled back here below 99. Yesterday, we had some stagflationary data out of the US, the PMIs. Prices paid rising, but new orders down. Rate of change slowdown from those pre-tariff orders. However, what does that mean? What does that mean for commodities? Well, if the value of the currency devalues how we measure commodities in US dollars, price goes higher. Look at silver, massive run, $36, breaking out here from a long-term resistance line. Interesting to see they could get to 40. Oil breaking higher, copper breaking higher. Wow, this commodities are screaming commodities are screaming stagflation. And if we look through the backdrop of what I think will be the best stagflationary trade, will be Bitcoin. Bitcoin consolidating this like 103 to 108 range before it makes a new run at a new all-time high. Kind of like it here as a trade to catch up with some of these commodity trades, front running what's going to be potentially stagflation to reflation. That is the back and forth of the ping pong game of macro in US and global here, Q2 into Q3. Bitcoin, 30-day implied volatility at premium 60%. CME futures net long positioning in Bitcoin only 0.1 at a 1-year Z-score. What does that mean? Those two data points set up in a bullish trend with pullbacks. That says, let's go. I like that setup as an opportunity to buy into Bitcoin and some of these Bitcoin plays, particularly MicroStrategy. MSTR potentially gets the announcement tomorrow from the S&P as inclusion in the Q3 into that index and what that means for liquidity for that company and its ability to scale even quicker. Check out the presentation I did yesterday on MicroStrategy and what the opportunity represents. Speaking of MicroStrategy, STRD, a new source of fiat for the company, a new perpetual share base announced this week. Been doing some research on it, and it actually is really going to complement the common share owners in MicroStrategy. Protects the capital structure. Really genius innovation as Saylor and the company continue to defy old Wall Street laws and perceptions of how they can go about doing what they're doing and building a massive Bitcoin machine. That's what's happening. Circle, the second biggest stable coin out there after Tether. It IPO'd yesterday, $32 a share, I think is opening here at. $1.1 billion they raised. They are valuing the company at $6 billion here to get going. Interesting to take a look at Circle, CRCL. With that, I'll see you tomorrow. I hope you have a great day. Cheers.